Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Om Jnanandmirandasya Jnananjanasakaya Chakshurunmritam Jnana Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Krishna and dear devotees, welcome to our ISKCONBURLA official YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss Visnu Purana, some of the verses from Visnu Purana as quoted by Srila Prabhupada Maharaj in his lectures. So I am quoting from his quotes. So there is a verse in Visnu Purana which says, Swahani stan mahatsidram samoha sata vibrama janmuhurtam kshanam bhavi vasudevam na chintet. As you have discussed one verse from Padma Purana. Smartavya satatam Visnu vismartavya na jaduchit sarva vidhi nishadaya surya eteri vikankara. So a similar verse is there in Visnu Purana. It says that if even for a moment remembrance of Vasudeva is missed, that is the greatest loss, that is the greatest illusion, and that is the greatest anomaly. So in Visnu Purana 1.12.69 says, Lalhadini sandhini sambhit tayo eka sarva sansvaye lalhadatavakari misra tohi no gunavarjita. That means the Supreme Personality of Godhead is Satchidananda Vigraha. This means that he originally has three potencies: the pleasure potency, the potency of eternality, and the potency of knowledge. Together these are called the Chit potency, and they are present in the Supreme Lord. For the living entities who are part and parcel of the Lord, the pleasure potency in the material world is sometimes displeasing and sometimes mixed. This is not the case with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because he is not under the influence of the material energy or its moods. This is quoted from Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila 463 and also Madhya Lila 6 157 and 8 156. So you can understand how much important this verse is. So another verse from 1965 says, Namo Brahmana Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namah. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Lord Krishna, who is the worshipable deity for all Brahmanical men, who is the well-wishing of cows and Brahmanas, and who is also always benefiting the whole world. Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namah. I offer my respectful obeisance to the personality of Godhead known as Krishna and Govinda. This is quoted in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 1377. So another verse from 1:20:19 says, The Jugatinang Yatha Jugni Yunang Cha Jugato Yatha Mano Abhiramda Tadvan Maname Ramatang Tahi. Just as the minds of young girls take pleasure in young boys and young boys take pleasure in young girls, kindly allow my mind to take pleasure in you alone. Quoted in lectures. I've already said it. So it is quoted from Prabhupada's lectures. Visnu Purana 1:22-53 says, which is quoted in Chaitanya Charitamrita 2nd Madhya Lila 20th chapter, text 110. The Ekadesha Sthitasya Josna Vistarini Yatha Parasya Brahmana Shakti Tatedam Akhilam Jagat. Just as the illumination of a fire which is situated in one place is spread all over, the energies of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Param Brahma, are spread all over this universe. Then one verse from Vishnu Purana 3.8.9, which is quoted in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 8.158, only 58, 2.8.58, that Varnasram Charavata Purushana Parapaman Vishnu Aradhitapamta Nanyatutta Sukarana. That means the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, is worshipped by the proper execution of prescribed duties in the system of Varna and Asrama. There is no other way to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One must be situated in the institution of the 4 Varnas and Asramas. This is quoted in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 8th chapter, text 58, in connection with discussion between Mahaprabhu and Raya Ramananda. In this connection, I may state that Mahaprabhu is Lord Krishna and Raya Ramananda is Arjuna. So in Dwapar Yuga, end of Dwapar Yuga, Krishna gave knowledge to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita. And the same Krishna during in the beginning of Kali Yuga asked lessons from Raya Ramananda Arjuna. So he asked sadhu sadhan. What is our goal and how to achieve it? So Raya Ramananda quoted this verse. In the first instance, he quoted this verse. But Mahaprabhu said, no, this is out of date, outdated. Time expired. So आगे को हार, ये हो भाई आगे को हार. This is external. Say something more. In this way, Raya Ramananda quoted so many verses from so many literatures. But Mahaprabhu said, no, this is time expired. Time expired. So when he quoted a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto 14th chapter, that is a very famous verse. It is stated by Lord Brahma to Lord Krishna. Because he committed an offense. He stole the calves and the coward boys, the Lord's friends, and Lord expanded himself as many calves and cows are there. He has told. So he begged excuse. This is described in 10th canto 14th chapter. So in this 14th chapter, there is a verse. So that verse quoted by now Raya Ramananda quoted. Very important verse because this is very important. That's why I am quoting it. That Jnane Prayasam Mudapasya Namanta Eva Jivanti Sanmakarata Bhavadiya Vartam Tane Sthita Srutigatang Tanuvang Manobhe Je Prayaso Jito Pesite Suluk. We cannot understand what is our goal and how to achieve it by our own initiative, by our own knowledge. We have to keep it aside. So we have to listen to the topics of the Lord from the devotees. So in whichever state he may be, but he will have to simply hear. So in that case, the Lord is called Ajita. No one can conquer him, but he can conquer him. And when Raya Ramananda quoted this verse, Mahaprabhu said, yes, this is right. This is recommended for this case. So we are now discussing and you are now hearing. So this is the recommended process for attaining our goal. That is love of Godhead. Then one verse from Visnu Purana 6.547 says, Aishwarjasya samagrasya virjasya dasasasriya jnana vairagyam saiva Sannam Vibhava Ityangana. That means full wealth, strength, fame, beauty, knowledge, and renunciation. These are the 6 opulences of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's why he is Lord as Bhagava. This is stated by Parasar Muni and discussed in this Vishnu Purana. So there is another verse 6.7.61. States that Visnu Shakti Para Prokta Ketragya Kyatata Para Avidya Karma Sangyanam Tritiya Shakti Uchyate. The internal potency of the Supreme Lord Vishnu is spiritual as verified by the Shastras. There is another spiritual potency known as Kshetragya or the living entity. The third potency, which is known as Niscience, makes the living entity godless and fills him with fruitive activity. This is quoted by in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila 7, 119 and Madhya Lila 6, 154, 8, 153, 20, 112, 24, 308. You see how important this verse, you can understand. Various occasions, Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami quotes this verse. So you should remember this. So another verse from 6.7.62 says, Jaya Kshetragya Sakti Sa Veshtita Nripa Sarvaga Sansara Tapan Akhilan Avapnoti Atra Santatan. That means, O king, the Kshatriya Shakti is the living entity, although he has the facility to live in either the material or spiritual world. He suffers the threefold miseries of material existence because he is influenced by the avidya, nescience potency, which covers his constitutional position. So thank you very much for listening to this lecture, and please don't forget to subscribe channel, like our channel, and get blessings of the Lord. Hare Krishna.